Hey guys, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Because Maybe podcast, right here on the official YouTube channel of the Because Maybe podcast. Every now and then we're going to do these special episodes on the YouTube channel, just because they don't necessarily fall under what we usually talk about, what we usually do, plus there's no set schedule, it's just when they happen, they happen. So this will be pushed out to the feed in a couple of weeks. It is Sunday, November 5th. Happy Guy Fawkes Day to all my listeners in the UK. And, let's burn somebody for Parliament. Yeah. If only people would read their history. But in the meantime, I'm joined by a critic of mine. You see, when I started this podcast, I wanted to do video games, I wanted to do movies, I wanted to do music, and, everything that I've done so far, I've enjoyed every single second of it. However, these kind of things are not without criticism. And I've gotten a critic who basically told me that everything I spoke about when it came to Mario 3 and Mario World was completely and utterly incorrect. So, I am delighted to be joined by my youngest child, who is 10 years old, a Mario freak, and he is going to school me on why I was wrong and that Mario World is a better game than Mario 3. Ain't that right, son?
Yes, it is.
Okay, he sounds a little nervous. Ignore that. He's going to do fine. He sounds a little wooden, but there you go. But he's going to do fine. Ain't you, kid?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we are going to start off with your least favorite of the two games, apparently. We're going to start off with Mario 3. And what is it about Mario 3 that you liked and disliked, and why I was wrong about it? That's what we're going to talk about, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. So, we're going to start with Super Mario 3. And we're just going to ask you about 5 questions, okay? And just give me your honest answer, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So, in Mario 3, my favorite power-up was the Raccoon Mario. Super Leaf, whatever you want to call it. I say Raccoon Mario. A lot of people say Raccoon Mario. What was your favorite power-up?
My favorite power-up was actually the P-Wing.
You like the P-Wing?
Yes, I do. I actually really like the P-Wing.
Why'd you like the P-Wing?
Well, because, 1, you can actually fly over levels.
Okay.
And 2, the only downside I have with it is that once you finish a level or die, you lose it. And if you finish a level, you go back to Raccoon.
Yeah.
But number 2 is actually because it's so overpowered. I know it's rare, but
Okay.
not as rare as the Hammer Brothers.
No, that's true. That's true. But because it's overpowered, you can leap over a whole level. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Even the most annoying auto-scroll level in Mario history. You know that one. The one in World 8,
Yeah.
the little ships. The auto-scroll goes way too fast.
So you can just fly over the whole level.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why I have a really hard time in World 8, because I'm desperate to save it so I can save it for that one level.
Well, if you don't speedrun the game, you might pick up a few more on your journey. The second question I have, my least favorite power-up was the frog suit. I think it was just a waste of time. What do you think? Do you like the frog suit? Or do you hate the frog suit? Do you think there's one worse than the frog suit?
Well, I think the frog suit is an okay power-up, but my all-time least favorite has to be the star. And I know what you're thinking, but it makes you invincible. I know, but it lasts like 4 seconds, and then boom, you're done. What's the point then?
Well, that's a little longer than 4 seconds, but it is shorter compared to most other Mario games. And I think they fixed that in Super Mario World because it went on forever in there. So when it comes to let me start that again. When it comes to levels, do you like any special levels?
Yes, I do actually. I actually like one level, and I think it's the best.
Okay, which level is that?
I think it's the World 1-5. World 1-5 is my favorite.
So it's kind of like at the very, very beginning of the game, and it's the level with the platforms that don't platform down.
Well, even though it's at the very beginning of the game, I actually rather enjoy it than the other levels.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Are there any levels or worlds that you disliked?
Okay, my least favorite level, I will not beat around the bush here, is going to be World 7-1.
I don't like that one either. But do you like? I mean, is there any worlds you don't like? I mean, do you like World 1? Do you hate World 5? I mean, what about the worlds?
Oh, I thought the worlds were pretty decent. My favorite one has to be Darkland. I think that atmosphere looks great. Even though I really have a frustrating time with it, I think the levels are pretty creative. Okay. Except for that airship level I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that is a bit of a pain. What about the What about the gameplay? I mean, I know we spoke a little bit about the gameplay. Do you like the two-player mode? Do you like the Mario Brothers remake that they did in the game?
Actually, yeah. But I think the Mario Bros. Remake is a lot better on GBA remakes of Mario 3, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance, and Super Mario World.
Okay. So, out of 10, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, no weird numbers, no half numbers. What do you rate Mario 3?
I rated it 7 out of 10.
Okay, so there we have it. One of the greatest video games of all time, universally praised by the critics, is rated 7 out of 10 by the young'un, because he said that Super Mario World is better. So we're going to ask you the same question. We're going to go through it like we did in the original, okay? Like we did with Mario 3. So we're going to start with power-ups. I loved Leaf Mario. What do you think?
I do, but I don't think any power can beat the Cape Feather.
Well, that's what I said. Did I say Leaf Mario? I meant Cape Mario. You know what I mean. You get the feather, you get the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great. You thought that was great too? Good. I'm glad we're in agreement with that. And I guess, what was the worst power-up in Mario 3? Because there wasn't that many in Mario World. There weren't that many power-ups. So, what was the worst one?
And the worst one. I don't really have a least favorite because there's not that much like Mario 3.
What about the pea balloon?
Oh yeah, the pea balloon. Pea balloon sucks.
It does suck. It's absolutely useless. So any worlds or levels in Mario World that you did like?
My favorite world is the Valley of Bowser, and my favorite level is not from Valley of Bowser, but it's actually from the Water Fortress or something. I don't know what it's called.
I know what you mean. Yeah, the Vanilla Fortress.
Yeah, I think that level is just awesome. I mean, you go to like an underwater fortress, like obstacles and stuff, and just that concept alone makes it one of my favorite levels of video game history.
I like the first level of Forest of Illusion myself, because you get that one run of infinite lives. Yeah.
Oh.
See, that's why I like it. Any worlds or levels you didn't like? I don't like Vanilla Dome 2 or I think it's Vanilla Dome 2 or Vanilla Dome 3. One of those ones.
I
don't
thought
like that.
Vanilla Dome 2 was a pretty decent level, but I think the worst level in the game is the final level. Bowser's
Really?
Castle.
Why?
Well, before you think, why do you hate it? Well, I actually did recreate it in my copy of Super Mario Maker, but my version is actually a lot better and easier. Because some of the obstacles in the original level are not in my thing. Like the first room, the auto scroll. Well,
let me answer this question then. Are you saying that you were a better designer than Miyamoto?
No.
Okay then. So quick question in his level design, son. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me ask you this. Using Yoshi, did you like Yoshi, or was it just gimmicky and you didn't really want to use it?
Yoshi is a kind of meh in Super Mario World. I think the sequel actually improved on him. In newer games, like you can flutter jump, you can like ground pound, that stuff.
Okay.
But the reason why I actually prefer Mario World Yoshi than the new Yoshi, because of one teeny tiny little feature. You can take him in other levels.
Yeah, I love that bit too. You like the different varieties of Yoshi, the different colors? They actually meant something in this game.
Yeah, they actually did do the different colors of the Koopa shells. I think adding 4 different colors of Yoshis or 4 different colors of Koopa are cool.
Okay. What was your favorite color, Yoshi? I like the blue one because he could fly.
Yeah, me too. I love blue. And plus dark blue is actually my favorite color.
Well, there was only one color of blue for Yoshi in this game.
I know.
Okay then. We're talking about this game. We ain't talking about other Mario games. We're talking about this game.
I know.
So, okay. Let's see. So, out of 10... Super Mario World, what's your rating?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. There we have it. Okay, so let me ask you a couple more questions before we send you on your way and we release everybody from YouTube. They can get off the toilet now and, after watching our video.
What?
So, did you like both games? Even though you like one more than the other, did you like them both?
I actually really do like them both, actually.
Okay, cool. And you've given a rating, but again... Why do you like Mario World over Mario 3?
Well, some people actually do prefer Mario 3, like Dad and not some other people. But the reason I prefer Mario World is because, well, the level design is better, the controls are better, Yoshi's a cool improvement, the Cape Feather is better, just Bowser's boss fight is even better, the Koopaling boss fights are even better.
Okay, well, let me throw a counterpoint up there. if you made Mario 3 with some of the features of Mario World on the SNES, would it have been a better game? Because remember, you had a lot of hardware limitations with the fact that it was on the NES, and you only had 2 buttons, whereas Super Mario World had 6.
8 if you count Star and Select.
See, he's a smart aleck. He's my child. He's awesome. Okay, let me ask you a question. If they remade either of these games for the Nintendo Switch or any other console, like they rebuilt them from the ground up, they gave them a better engine, 3D, more power-ups, less power-ups, quick saves, tweaked some of the levels, made them easier, made them harder, would you play it again?
Definitely. Why wouldn't I?
Okay, well, now you're being a smart aleck. Okay, finally, before we go, I have one more question. What games like Super Mario World and like Super Mario 3 would you recommend to other people to play? Like these platform games, you know, with basic power-ups and so on and so forth. For example, Donkey Kong Country, or you said Sonic 2, or, you know, stuff like that.
For Mario 3, you said Donkey Kong Country. Okay, yes, Donkey Kong Country also uses on the Super Nintendo. But it actually only uses 3 buttons instead of the usual 4.
But would you recommend it to somebody? That's
Yes,
the question. What's the recommendations? Not the critics of a different game over Mario 3. What games would you recommend to other people?
Well, I would definitely recommend Donkey Kong Country because
Okay.
it has fantastic level design. For Mario World alongside it, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, but play them together because it's a better experience.
Alrighty. So that's it, guys. That's our first extra episode. And we're going to have the kid back on here in a couple of weeks when he's done his homework and he's caught up with school. You know, because look, I can't be an irresponsible parent. He already plays too many video games. The least I can do is make him get A's at school. And treat him to the odd episode or two where he can rant and rave about video games. Because that's what he said. He said that he wants to design video games when he gets older. So I guess the best way for him to do that is start identifying what are good video games and what are bad. So that's it for this episode. It's very, very great to have you on board. Like I said, if you don't want to spend your time on the YouTube channel completely and you've kind of half zoned out because you want to listen to this in audio form, I'll push it out to the feed in a couple of weeks. But until then, everybody take it easy and you have a great day.